Spanish banks borrow almost $96 billion from the European Central Bank in August. Moody's downgrades Crédit Agricole and Société Générale one notch, but leaves BNP Paribas unscathed. Futures are volatile as markets await a conference call between German Chancellor Merkel, French President Sarkozy, and Greece Prime Minister Papandreou, as the three leaders try to come up with a plan to avoid a Greek default. And Microsoft is in the hot seat at its annual analyst meeting. Dividends and tablet are the two big topics on the agenda. I'm Alex Steele, and the Morning Call starts right now.
Good morning. I'm Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer with T3Live.com.
And I'm Alex Steele with The Street, and together we bring you the Morning Call. It's Wednesday. It's that rough day in the middle of the week, and we're going to tell you how to trade. Okay, let's get to the markets. The Dow had a trading range yesterday of like 250 points. Unbelievable. It still managed to end in the green. So does that mean this rally is for real? Can we trust it? Can we get excited?
It means that if you were long from the reversal Monday, you had some follow through, you got rewarded. We've been trying to put together 1 to 3 day trades because it's really been the only thing that's working. So Monday we tried to break below that support. Didn't happen. They squeezed them at the end of the day. Yesterday, stocks followed through, the ones that were the strongest on Monday. That gave you good trades on Tuesday. And now we're on day 3 of this move. And on day 3 is always when you have to take a little profits, get a little bit skeptical because we haven't had 4, 5, 6 recently. It's always been, these small micro moves that we have to show you.
Right, and we're seeing futures mix as it is. So that makes sense. So yesterday you were thinking about perhaps adding some longs. Did you? And then what are you doing today?
Okay, well, yesterday I wanted to look at the strong stocks from Monday to see if they could trade through Monday's high for continuation Tuesday. A lot of them happened. Right now, the futures are actually up about 7, 8 handles because what happened overseas, which was important, finally those French banks got a downgrade. So they went from down to up. That means they went from a sell the rumor, buy the news phenomenon. So that relieves some of the pressure today. So if you take a quick look at the indices, let's see where we can go. This was Monday's reversal. This is what held this small uptrend. It tried to break below and close, couldn't. This was Tuesday's follow through. And now we're opening up close to this resistance. So this 1180 to 1185 will be a zone that if you got long Monday for a swing trade, take some profits. What I want to see here is if something changes, to the downside. A lot of bears are saying that we're going to break 1135, 1140. What I'll say is let's see if each time you've gone from the low end of the range to the upper end of the range. Low end, upper, low end. Let's see if the mid area of the range holds it for a lower high because you have a high, lower high. So if this happens here, perhaps it could go lower. But for now, let's see, where there's room to go.
So then would you be taking profits on those 20 go-to stocks and then think about where the direction is going to be?
It depends what tier you're in.
Okay.
If you were in tier 1 and you added a trading tier yesterday, sell that trading tier because it's day 3, but stay long these 30 go-to stocks if you're a macro investor because they act well and some of them have room to make new highs at some point this year.
Really quick, let's go to the Qs because we're going to talk about mega cap stocks that happen to all be in tech later on in the show. It's been holding up really well. I just wanted to see if it still has more room.
Yeah, well, the Qs are showing relative strength. I'm going to show you the chart of the Qs so this way you could see, what I'm talking about here. You saw the spiders, you saw them, at the lower end of the range. The Qs already are at the upper end of this range. So if you look right here, the Qs look like they're trying to break above this lower wedge, whereas, the spiders are not even close. So that's showing me relative strength. That's showing me that tech is still the place to be, especially in high beta tech.
Crazy, because September is usually the slowest period for tech. I wonder if investors are getting hip to that and then buying on the dip.